And into it, off the boot of Hint. Bouncing one, a dangerous one, which is fielded and then brought back safely. It's by the number 2, Oscar Amosa. And across field now is Finau. Ball loose. What's the call? It's going to be a knock on after what was a pretty good carry there from Tui Onitoa. So North will turn the ball over, and while it was an enthusiastic start, Troy, not the one South wanted, because errors really have been their downfall through the first 30.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably would want more out of that set than what they got. So now we're at the halfway mark, and you have to view this as an opportunity for the Northern boys. They've had most of the momentum when they've been on the ball. And here they come again from the base of the scrum.
Leo Moana with the big don't argue on the first one, and then help will rise for South, and he's taking the ground. Look at him fighting for that quick play of the ball.
Yeah, and they've got good shape out here on the right.
Benson
great tackle.
Plays in his centre, Liaso, I should say. Tatanasemi centralises, and this is the 15. Ezra Natoa Lafort. Tatanasemi jumps out, spots up that the markers weren't quite square, but they did well to recover in the end. The 20 out from the line now. Finds Leo Moana. 11 short of the line now, North. There's an umbrella. Flies down the hill here at Cornwall Park to give you an indication of the breeze. Hint kicks in behind, and that's way too deep. Lucky not to end up in the cow paddock behind us.
So South once again find themselves inside their territory, having to grind it out. Just over the 20 now, looking for another man to roll his sleeves up, and the ball goes to ground.
So Benson is the first receiver. A bit of a deception play there. Had a couple coming back through the middle, then links with his centre. Tatanasemi taking the ground, about 22 out from the line now, 33 and a bit gone, and a penalty here for North. Do they think about looking to the sticks for the 2, or are they content to keep the hammer down, and they're going to do just that? They're going to keep attacking the ball here, looking for points in the way of 4 rather than 2. Tatanasemi. Fua. Options left and right now for North. They'll go the way of Benson in the middle, who shuffles play on. Strong carry, but there's 2 there for South to prevent the momentum going any further. Tatanasemi comes centre field. Fua to Hint. Hint to Leo Moana. Leo Moana dancing. Leo Moana looking for an offload. He's not going to get one there, though. They're 5 short of the line. Tackle still up their sleeve here for North. It goes to Hint. Hint puts a head down. Will go, and Hint will score. It's going to need checking, but I think he got there, Sebastian Hint. Let's wait and see what the referees have to say. Certainly was low to the ground, and although this is looking like they may call this held up. No, try is the call. Sebastian Hint takes the ball to the line, gets low, and certainly no doubt about that one, Troy, the ball gets to the ground.
Yeah, and just on that angle, you know, even though there's a couple of bodies around them, we get to have another quick action replay at this one. So, waiting for the play the ball here. Here we go. So he went to fake to the left, cut back inside, had defenders all around him, and just had enough presence of mind to get that left arm down onto the chalk. And the 4 points have been awarded, so the 12-point spread is on as we wait for the kick to come.
It was just that dummy to the left, wasn't it? He just got the attention of one, which was all he needed to create the little gap. And now with 5.5 gone in the second spell, Hint's going to attempt to convert his own try here, which would take it out to a 3-score lead. Hint steps in. Flags are up, and North lead 14 points to 0. 35.5 gone here in the under-16 clash. North versus South. It's the region of origin. North looking to defend the title, which they won 10-7 overall last year.
South will be desperately wanting to get some points on the board, so I'm picking this is going to be a deep kick, Corey, and I'll get down there and try to bolster up their defence line. Let's wait for the ball to roll out. Big thank you to Steeden, the major sponsors of the Auckland Rugby League.
Bouncing ball, cleaned up in the end. Chase is good though from South, and they'll put him down 20 off his own line. Watch for their line speed here, South. They can start to find their way back into it via that mechanism of the game, because certainly right now it's all North and they're making good yardage through the middle. But again, you can see they're finding their fronts just too easily, North. McKinley inside opposition half now.
Yeah, North is certainly up tempo, getting the roll on.
4 taking the ground. Hint kicks across the body. A difficult one at the back, but it's going to be way too deep, as Troy's just called, and that's the second one he's...
Yeah, I think the wind's gusting in and out, and that's certainly, you know, you mentioned earlier there was an umbrella rolling down the hill. Well, I'm pretty sure there was an easy 10, 15 knot wind at the back of that one, and just carried it out to the back of the fence line. So Groundhog Day for the Souths boys, as they're now grinding it back out from inside the 30, trying to get down the field, desperately trying to get some points on the board.
Ezekiel Start, who's had some fine carries through the first half. Finau as well. The Pakuranga boys have certainly made their mark in this South team. Playing out the back now with a fair bit of depth and weaving their way through the offload, but it's to a North hand. McKinley says, I'll have that, thank you very much. Benson comes into the middle. Liaso. Tatana Semi goes to his right, links with his playmaker Benson, who then comes through the middle. Liaso for a second was in a gap, but it's recovered, and Start will bring the football back. So some errors really starting to become an issue for both teams now. In the opening 8.5 minutes of this second half, we've been dogged by them, a number of knock-ons. Kick's gone dead as well. Bringing it off the back fence now is Penny. Tongia Suluape to Poresi.
Got away from the tackle, he's off and gone.
Tailili down the right-hand side. He's looking for support. Now pins the ears back. Will take on Leon Moana. Will keep going and will stride in for a try for South. How's that for a hit back?
Beautiful try. Have a look at this on the action replay, Corey.
Devontae Tailili it is who has scored.
Oh, we've just sort of missed that piece. He broke out real hard and fast. Looked back at his teammates going, come on, where's my support? And then realised he had to do it himself. Well, here we go. We get a second bite of the cherry here. So this is it. Nice little step there, in and out. And at this point, he was away. So turbo boosts on. He split the defence line. He's looked back inside. He's looking at his teammates. Where are you? Okay, well, I'm on my own. From here, he's got to shape it up. And then a little wee in and away, and then just knew he had to count on the speed to get him home. Did really well to stay inside the touchline there. And basically 4 points on the line there for Souths, courtesy of that young man. Fantastic try. And how did we go on the kick there, Corey? Kick was good.
Kick was good, which means it's North 14, South 6. And with plenty of time to play with here, he did so well there, and you got to love it when he looks back there and just says, "Where are you, boys?" There was no one there, and he did so well. I'll tell you what, beating Charlie Leo Moana in that situation isn't easy.
Absolutely. And look, and all of that, and I'm pretty sure that action replay will be thrashed by his family in Whānau. And to get to all of the football, don't hesitate. Go through the Auckland Rugby League website, click through to YouTube channel, the ARL TV YouTube channel, and all of these games will be uploaded by this evening, and you'll be able to watch all the action replays throughout the week. And don't forget, we're back here for week 2 next Saturday down here at Cornwall Park. And if you're in the area, come down and join us. Just a feast of rugby league action. And if you're very, very lucky, you might see a champion all-star head coach from the Ellerslie Eagles.
So back into it now. And South, well, they find some points really out of nowhere. It was just a piece of individual brilliance. But can they use that to start to build some momentum now? Certainly the carries, there's a spring in the step right now. This is Ezekiel's start. And a penalty to go with it.
Well, let's see what they can do from here.
Well, the dark cloud that was hovering over them 3 minutes ago starting to disappear a little bit here, South, although there it is, it's back.
The kiss of death from the commentary. And he's out into touch, so that's a little bit of a blessing.
Well, that's a comedy of errors in the space of 15 seconds, so this will be a South football. And just with that breeze, you almost wonder if you need to actually stop trying to kick for touch there, especially when the penalty's in the centre field like it was on that occasion. Maybe you just take the tap and sacrifice the 10 or 15 metres you're going to make. You're not going to make many metres off it anyway if you're going with a safe approach. But anyway, the scrum pack's down now, and it is South's football. Retrieving out the back is Parisi. They'll go straight out to the left-hand side now, and this is a nicely constructed little piece of play out the left. Another offload, and they need to be careful here. He's just in the field of play. Oh, he did well to stay in there. Siner jumps into dummy half. They'll centralise now via Finau, and Finau driving those legs for a few extra metres. Tongia Suluape. Start. Another strong carry through the middle. Just about the best on field today for South. Come out to the right-hand side. It'll show a little go from Parisi, who goes through a little half gap. Now the ball's loose. It's play on is the call. It's loose again. All good according to our man in the middle. Tongia Suluape burrows low. Just like that, South are right back in this. 14-10, kick to come. A couple of monster carries through the middle of the park, and then off the back of it, Tongia Suluape takes full advantage with a crafty little run out of dummy half.
And just on that region of origin replay, we can see there after great momentum heading down the park, Hooker got up and just did a fake big sidestep, dummy half, through, try, fooled everybody, and faked 3 defenders and 4 points. And certainly I think that comes down to just up-tempo.
Well, all of a sudden, the last 5 minutes, they're winning the middle. You know, we saw Ezekiel start with a great carry there, and a couple of others, Albert Finau as well, who's been really good, and that's really been the difference. That was what they struggled with in the first half. So big kick coming up here, which would make it a 2-point game. Flags stayed down, so 4 points it remains. North 14, South 10, and we've got a game on our hands here,
Absolutely.
Troy Hardy.
I'm just watching the team chat there at the halfway mark as we see some of the Southern boys running back in. There's a lot more energising and positivity around that group now. So as we see the North boys sort of striding back towards the halfway, you just wonder if there's a little bit of momentum change there. It's all sort of happened in the last 5 minutes. That said, shaping up to be a cracker now. So looks like Souths have decided to come to play. North's not in no hurry. Been a fantastic crowd down here today. Big hats off to the football development team.
So Hint gets us back underway. A spiraling one, which is fielded and then handed off to Falalo, Papatoetoe Panther.
Might have been a little bit hurt in that one. He's down.
I like what Tongia Suluape's been able to do off the back of improved go forward as well. Looks sharp. 3-4 North defenders involved at one stage in that tackle as North look to stem the flow now, which has seen them leak 10 points in the space of 5 minutes. They're going to move the ball again here, South, which is how the last set started. Wanted the offload, not that time. Pulled down 5 short of halfway. Jump out of dummy half now via Siner. Siner stepping, ducking, diving, looking for a half gap. Doesn't really find one, but does find 10 metres in the process. Tongia Suluape to Parisi. Little kick over the top. Chase looks good here for South, but takes a fortuitous bounce into the arms of McGreal. And North with their first lot of possession in a while. In fact, I don't think they touched the ball in between the 2 tries they conceded. So they'll just want to complete here.
And they haven't done it.
That's the second time I've put the curse on in a very, very short space of time. My apologies to both coaches. Could have gone either way, that one. They thought it may have been a penalty. Not the way it was ruled. So as they set up now, South sending plenty out to this left-hand side, and they're getting a fair bit of width on them as well. Malua plays it in. Well, wants an offload. The ball was there. The arm was cocked. Amosa jumps out of dummy half now. Amosa shakes out of the first one. The cover comes across, but he shakes out of that as well. Still going. 9 metres short by the time he's taken down. Tongia Suluape bumps back to the middle. South looking to take the lead, perhaps for the first time in this match. At the very least, they're going to tie it up if they score here. Short at the line, Pereira Smith.
How short is he? Must be centimetre.
Tongia Suluape clears the ruck. A big worldly pass back to the middle. Peresi stepping, pops the ball, beautiful! South are in. 14-all, kick to come. It's Penny who goes over for the try in the end, but it's all the work of Parisi. Lovely work. Stood up a couple of defenders and then popped a nice little offload.
Yeah, not much to add to that one, Corey. I mean, just have a look at this on the action replay. Big wide ball out here. Tried to sum it up. Vertical sidestep in and out. And at this point, you thought it was out and gone, but the little back flick pass, and that was enough there. Great support from the big centre. 4 points right next to the upright. And the kick to comes in front, and you'd have to say, let's just watch it and not mention anything about he's going to sink this one.
Well, with my form so far in this game, I certainly won't be making any predictions on the poor young man.
You can see a little bit of rain on the lens of the camera there, so the weather is starting to turn here at Cornwall Park towards the back end of this match.
So Parisi from in front, flags are up, and we have a new leader in this game. It's only taken them 49 minutes.
It's the first time they've led too. So
South in front, and again, I find myself saying it most weeks, isn't momentum a funny thing in rugby league? Doesn't take much, just turns, and now all of a sudden, South in control.
Yeah, and just look at the body language of the northern side as they're coming back towards the halfway mark. Just wondering where all the positivity and the energy was in the first half. So they get ready now. They've certainly got a battle on their hands.
10.5 to play. 2 points the difference. Hint with a long one down to the corner. It's fielded. And bringing it back now is Pereira Smith. Been pretty good since coming onto the park, Quinton. These big bodies now starting to do some damage. This is Chad Tully, your Tahu Leopard. Padesi shuffles play on to the try scorer, who pops a nice little offload, and South are away again down the right-hand side. They've got numbers here. Oh, didn't get the pass away. Great cover from North. It's still on here for South if they can get the ball out towards the centre of the park. North do well to contain it at dummy half that time. Padesi. Finau promotes second phase. There's a prop looming out wide in the centres. Amosa now with a little bit of footwork. Amosa will go over! Oscar Amosa, coast to coast, end to end. It had it all that time, and another try for South, who now, with a kick to come, are well and truly in control.
And this, we can see them now shifting it, as Corey rightly said, coast to coast. This is going right across the park, through virtually everybody's hands. Got the big prop forward, even in the back line there. Just managed to get a beautiful pass away, and look at the electric speed that this man's got. And he's been dangerous every time he's touched the ball today, and just showed too much strength there at 4 points. And look how happy he is. And all of a sudden, the North boys look like they're a little bit shell-shocked. I just can't see them at the moment. They're into team chat over there, are they, Corey? There we go.
Deserves that try too, Amosa. He's worked hard out of
he has.
yardage, particularly in that first half where they were getting well beaten. So this is a big, big kick. Take it out to a 2-score lead. Struck it. It never really looked like going over. Falls short and to the right. So 20 points to 14. It remains 8 and a bit to play. And out of nowhere, South in control as it stands. But you do wonder, have North got another shot to fire here? Certainly the body language, which you've alluded to, Troy, is not looking great for North, and they need a spark right now, but it won't take much. A penalty or a 50-50 call to go their way. So back into it. North with hardly any possession in the last 10.
All the big men are lining up for South now. Everybody wants to have a turn. Here's one of them. Boom. Straight into the line.
It's Chad Tully. Tell you what, the front rowers from both teams have been really impressive today. I thought Jared Nathan in the first half was outstanding, along with Robert Davis.
Was he on the park?
Can't catch Nathan. Well,
He might be
Davis
coming.
is on the park, so we'll wait to see there. Certainly that would be a handy injection at this point. Just looking over at the bench there, it's hard to make out who's over there. But anyway, we'll get back to the live action. And Barnett to Paresi, who kicks across the body. And it finds space. Leo Moana goes up. The ball is tipped. Now it's loose, and South have picked it up. What's going to happen here?
Got enough farm length? No. Pulled in short.
South ball. Barnett burrows. Barnett might have got there. Knock on the call. Boy.
Well, momentum, as you talked to earlier, it certainly has shifted, and Souths are double clutching at the moment. Every time they're touching the ball, they're finding themselves down here inside the strike zone.
It's just remarkable, isn't it? You know, just the confidence and the way things go. I mean, that little kick that's just come off there for South, well, that doesn't come off in the first half. Things just weren't going their way. North, lucky to dodge the bullet, and will now pack down the scrum, and they need their big boys to fire up here. They also need the back line to get involved. Leo Moana will get things started. He's been impressive today. Got beaten on that long-range try, which started the comeback, but other than that, done things nicely at fullback. It's a good carry from Tana. Rogers clears the ruck, and they come back to the middle, but on hand to try and slow it down is Penny. Rogers jumps out. Good run from Connor Rogers. And a penalty.
What was that? Ankle tap. Maybe inside. Not to
look
worry,
that way.
here comes the run.
So Davis winds it up, and Davis says, get out of my way. Still going as well as Davis. Little juggle at the end of it.
Another penalty.
So back-to-back penalties. The M word, momentum, it's changing again. Robert Davis, that was an all-time carry. Here's Purcell. Purcell got rid of the first one. Purcell rounds the fullback. Still going, but that is a brilliant covering tackle.
Patience.
Another penalty. Leo Moana will hand the ball back to his dummy half, Tatana Semi. Purcell burrowing low. 4 to play. Rogers, Tatana Semi. Shuffling play on, they come back towards the middle of the park, and there's plenty of blue jerseys there to hold the ball up over the line, only just. He's short anyway. Rogers comes centre field, Purcell goes low, Purcell trying to get that arm free, not on this occasion, he's wrestled backwards. Rogers will clear the ruck, goes back to the middle, here's Davis. Davis shakes over the first one, pops an offload to Hint. Hint again on the football, just reeled that one in, and Hint will have to take the tackle. They're 10 out from the line, just to the left of the uprights now. Rogers looking either side. Tatana Semi, goal line defence. On point so far, last play coming up, Rogers. Oh, that wasn't the play.
Fantastic defence though, well done Souths. They're having to man up there. And repelled a number of times, and they were within centimetres of scoring. But as Corey's rightly said, you know, that last play, he's played the ball there, keep the hip. Probably, you know, might have been better with a kick or something else, but to hand it over was just chewing away time on the clock. South's now grinding it out from inside the 10 into the 20.
So they should get another
knock
shot.
on.
Well,
That's a shocker.
they will get another shot now because there's a knock on from Pereira Smith. So, the Yeb, the flow, another chance for North. 2.5 to play. Leo Moana rushing to get the ball back. He knows if they can't score on this set, if they force a repeat, then the clock suddenly becomes an issue. Set heavy to the right. There's just the 2 to the left here for North. Tatana Semi is the first receiver. He's got Leo Moana on his shoulder. Leo Moana, oh, just about got the ball picked off, but this will be a restart of the tackle count instead, and now they charge the ball forward. The ball's loose. Strip is the call, though. Strip is the call. Well, claim of one-on-one. Well, I don't think that was one-on-one. It was more like 4-on-1.
Trying to tap and go here.
So Tatana Semi looking to get us back underway, and there's going to be a talking to here because some of the appealing going on from the South team is not going to be tolerated by our match official. So back underway we go. Misses out Davis, instead goes to Hint, and then quick hands out wide. Was that touched by South again? Williams is on the ball, and then Williams gets drilled. Hint shaking out a 1. He's already done it once in this game.
So out there on that left-hand edge.
Leo Moana pushing everyone out of dummy half. They're well tangled up in that play. The ball, there's a bit of gamesmanship for you. Leo Moana. Pirouette has a second go. They need to move this ball. Playing right into South's hands, this one-out stuff. Rogers goes to his left. It's unorganised right now. Hint to Davis. Davis pops an offload. Perhaps a chance on the right. Purcell steps back in. Purcell, where's the ball? Purcell scores. 20-18, kick to come.
As we look at the Origin replay here, it had been going pretty well static and on that left edge there, and they started shifting it around and then really just keeping the ball alive in the second phase play of it. Here it looked like it was going to die. He managed to get good presence of mind out the back, kept shifting it to the right. Tax coming, and at this point had players outside, but just enough to little sidestep back in against the grain of play. 4 points, and the referee's Johnny on the spot right there.
See Hint, he's just stretching those calves, making sure, I think, that cramp doesn't strike at the most unfortunate of times as he kicks, probably to secure a draw here.
Or to at least run the clock off to secure the draw. And there is no clock running off, so the kick will stand.
No siren yet. Hint with the biggest kick of the day. What an incredible game. Steps in, strikes it. Flags are up. 20 points to all. And I don't know if we'll get another set in here. We will not. Well, probably fitting that one ends in a 20-all draw. What a game. Two teams can't be split over the 60 minutes. So our first draw of the live stream schedule at least. And it is North 20, South 20. Keep an eye on aucklandleague.co.nz. We'll have match reports and reaction coming up for you. And of course, we're back in action again in 7 days' time with another 3 games. Thanks very much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Hi everyone, Bigger Rasmussen here from the Coaching and Development Department. Coming up in the next 3 weeks, we have the Region of Origin series.
Neil plays short. North gonna go close, gonna go more than close. They're gonna open the scoring here.
North versus South, 14 teams, boys and girls, 7 grades.
Correcting traffic again as Morrison takes it to the line,
Good
gets the
offload.
offload away as well. Nice stuff from Morrison. Signs for them as well. Just need to find a way, I think, to counter this. Go forward from South, and just as I say that, it's one of the smaller men.
It's at Cornwall Park, free of entry.
Offload as well, and now
Pulled the
Hatch
camera in,
joins
there
in,
we go.
and Hatch has got space down the sideline. A little bit of footwork will stand
Boom.
him up, and North hit back.
All battling it out in a 3-match series to see who is the top region in Auckland. North currently hold the title. Get down there if you can. If you can't, catch all the action on aucklandleague.co.nz.
They've been forced through a lot of defence in this one. Morrison, the step, the duck, the dive. Morrison's going to go over here. Yes, he is.
Absolutely.
Probably feeling the same way. We'll jump out of dummy half here now.